Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's an interesting one today. I've had more music come in, which is quite a regular occurrence for me. Whenever I go to do a reading, I get music that I haven't heard for a very long time just pop into my head, and I always feel like it's got a relevance. And when I've done personal readings with people and that's happened, it has had a connection to that person. So spirit speaks to me through music very often. And the music today was Take a Walk on the Wild Side by Wyrd. So you know that do 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 do. Yeah, you know it. I know what that song's about. That might have relevance to you. But it is, I feel, stepping out of a comfort zone. And the card that as I was shuffling, it flew out of the pack. And this is the Chipmunk and the Laurel, and it's about success. So if you're sitting on your laurels right now, it might be time to step out. That's what I'm hearing from this. That's what I'm hearing from that song there. You know, it's sort of like you have become who you are right now through experiences that you've had, work that you've done on yourself. You've got everything you need now to really shine and step out. So if there's any fear around, well, what will they think of me? What do people think of me? Maybe you've had a bad experience in the past about that. But this is time now to think, well, okay, do I stop myself from succeeding here because of the opinions of others? Or do I stand and shine and the right kind of people will love me? You can't be everybody's cup of tea. Learn that. Sorry, that was very forceful, wasn't it? So I'm going to pick some runes now to see what energy we are in. And look at the bag's just fallen apart. I made this bag myself. I made these runes myself. I made them out of willow wood. There was the course that I went on that I learned a lot about the runes. That was through in Glastonbury at the Call of the Shaman. Check them out if you ever get a chance. But this is making your own tools for guidance is such a labour of love and such an honourable thing. It just makes you feel so connected to the energy of what you're working with. I don't know why I'm telling you that. Maybe that's something to do with where your success lies, is, you know, something that you have created for yourself, that means a lot to you, something that really does mean a lot to you, is what I'm seeing on here. That you you need to protect it from what other people might be thinking. Yeah, you know, if you go and tell somebody like, oh yeah, well, I spent, you know, nearly a month making something for myself, which, you know, I'm not making any money off it other than through readings, and well, I am now, but like when I first made them, you know, they were just for me to work with. And maybe that's the same for you. If people are telling you, it's sort of like, well, what's the use of this? What's the point of this? But for you, it holds a lot of meaning. Okay, I've just realised the Chipmunk and the Laurel, it's number 7 on there, which is Chariot energy, which is victory, it's action, it's movement. You know, if you ever needed to know, are you going in the right direction? Yeah, you're going in the right direction. And for success now, you can't let distractions, you can't let things get in the way of that, because I feel like time is of the essence. So let's see what runes we've got on here, because I'm just literally rummaging in my bag. So we've got Algiz, which is about boundaries. So that kind of relates to what I'm talking about here, is you need to set some clear boundaries with people around you, I feel. And maybe with yourself, to be disciplined on the forward of where you want to go. We have Bacano as well. So this signals a rebirth. This is birthing an idea. So Bacano, I feel for you, it's like really nurturing what you've grown. It's got a real mothering energy to it. So if you imagine sort of like somebody who is carrying at the moment a baby rather than having birthed the baby just yet, but is about to birth it. And there's a time now of nourishing this idea, making it full and ready for feeding, basically. that kind of energy. Bacano does hold within it, though, an element of truth, and it's a hidden truth. So there may be something that you aren't quite understanding as to why at this time. And I feel like what Spirit is saying here is sort of like, even if things don't really make sense as to why you feel such an urgency for this, trust the process. The amount of times been in situations in your life where you're like, why am I doing this? Why did I choose this? And then it makes sense after. And you look back and you're like, okay, that had to happen. That needed to happen for this to happen. So let's have a look. And we have Athala on here. This has come out a lot. I'm going to tell you a little story, actually. My son's going to kill me for this. But my little boy at school, he fancies this girl. And he thought she liked him. Because she said, well, he asked her, do you like me? And she said, yes. Well, yesterday he overheard her telling some of her friends that she didn't like him. And when my children pick runes all the time when they've got something that they want to talk about or discuss, and he picked Athala and we discussed it. And what I said to him is some people, to protect something that they care about, they can lie about it. And they never intended for you to know what they've said. And it's not that they're doing something backstabbing or trying to hurt you. It's more that they're trying to protect you from something else. And I said, those group of friends, if she'd have allowed them to know how she feels about you, she knows you're quite a sensitive person. She knows they probably would have goaded you then, or, made fun or something like that. So I felt like it was more of a protection thing. And this is the energy of Athala. So there's an energy here. This is family orientated. This is like a protection in terms of family. Athala can sometimes represent where you have an army of loved ones in spirit that are pushing you forward right now. You may have had some signs from spirit to let you know, maybe some signs of people. It might be a grandparent or a parent even, or somebody who was influential in your life, who you would have an inherent link to. Then Athala can come out in that sense as well. It can sometimes symbolise inheritance in terms of gaining some money, but for this particular reading, I feel it's more about protecting something that's important to you. And there's two runes there that are kind of got a protective energy about them. And then there's Bacano, which has got that sort of nourishing, mothering energy to it, of cradling something that is important to you. So there's something about protecting something that's important to you. And if in the past you've had to be like this little girl was with my son, where, you've had to tell a few porkies to people to protect that, then don't worry about that. If someone's holding that over you, that this is going to come out or whatever, then, if it's right for you, the situation, it won't be a problem. It's not going to be an issue. So again, just trust your process. Trust where that's going. I got an itchy nose and I keep getting this, and I feel like this could be a little bit of financial success for some people here as well. So if that's something that you're looking for, then expect that to be coming on here. I want to say on here, because I did a reading yesterday and I did say something about reaching out to somebody, and it's going to be met with, they're going to be great with it. They're going to be happy about it or whatever, or it's going to work out well for you. If you've already had the door shut in your face by somebody, then it's probably that message wasn't for you. Okay. So I'm just putting the Spirit's asking me to put that out there as sort of like, if I say something where it's sort of like, yeah, you've got the go ahead. If you know that person has already said to you, no, definitely not, never, then that message was not for you. Okay. Anyway, back to this reading. So let's have a look. So we know we're protecting something that's important to us, and we're getting the message from Spirit that you are about to receive some success, but do not rest on your laurels. So this protecting phase may have moved to a different level now of actually that truth coming out. Oh, and we have the Justice card. So it just literally said about truth coming out. I couldn't even get my words out then. Maybe that's a struggle for you. Maybe finding the right words to present this is what the struggle is here. And going about things in a way of integrity. And it feels very strategic, this does. So for some of you, I feel like this is a situation that could be talking about a person, a significant other. And for some of you, I feel like I'm talking more about a business opportunity. And you might be the same person with both those things. But there is this element of you are right teetering on the edge of success, but a truth needs to come out to gain balance. Because it's like you can't be an underground success, can you? You know, if you're sort of trying to get something off the ground, but you're not pushing it out there for fear of what other people think about it, then you're always going to be spinning your wheels. You're always going to be stalling on there. You need to gain this balance to help you to reach the level that you're at. You are already, from what I can feel with Algiz there and Athala, you are maybe talking to your spirit guides or connecting to your spirit guides. Maybe you're talking to God right now and asking for help, asking for guidance, asking for signs. And I feel like they're saying, like, how many more signs can we give you? How many more? Like, do you want us to whack a big trout around your face? That would be quite funny, wouldn't it? But this is asking you now, it's sort of like, how many more signs do you need or do you want? Because you're in this teetering edge between procrastination and success. So you need to make a decision on there. So let's see then. Let me find out, what is this success about for you? What is this relating to? What is your success? Okay, this is about giving and receiving of energy. There's something that you, I feel, want to give here. There's a lot to do with pride on this. It's something that I feel like you have not allowed yourself to really see how proud you are of this, for whatever reason. And I feel that's got a financial element to it. Maybe you made a choice that you thought was the best choice around a financial issue, when actually what you needed was integrity and to give and receive an equal measure. And you found a situation where actually you aren't getting equal measure, but now you've decided to step into a space of equal give and take. You, I feel, have gone from being quite the wild side song and things like that. Sort of like you've gone from this kind of like, I've got to constantly be doing this and doing that. And you've had like, it's almost like you've been stretched so thinly with different things going on, doing what you feel you've got to do. We've got 4 of Cups on the bottom of there as well. So this is sort of like where there's, you've been preparing for this for some time, I feel. There is an element there sometimes of feeling a little bit regretful. You've definitely had a situation that has helped you to find what you're looking for. And now I feel like you're in a place where you know where your success lies, where it can go. And you're not afraid anymore. And I feel like you're feeling that protection around you now. Maybe you've made some changes to your life in terms of friendships and people around you. And you've started to realise, actually, what is bringing me down, holding me back, trying to keep me in a past version of myself. And actually, when I stand up and speak my truth and I move with integrity and true to myself, you know, the people that love you and support you will follow you. And the ones that don't, you have a boundary with. And I feel like maybe there is an element of you trying to separate yourself from something here that keeps trying to snap you back. And that's what's blocking your success. So what is this thing that's blocking your success right now? I've just seen the Nine of Cups. So there is a desire here. There's something that you want. It's like something that's really satisfying, but you didn't realise. Okay. I'm going to do that again because I don't feel like that went very well. Oh, we've got the Rag and Bone Man coming round. Maybe the Rag and Bone Man is... You know that song Giants? That's just, yeah. I just heard the Rag and Bone Man then. And that song Giants. I am a giant. That was the Rag and Bone Man, isn't it? And Calvin Harris, I think. Ooh, let's have a look. So we've got very fast victory energy. Do you remember I said the Chariot before? Because this Chipmunk and the Laurel, it's number 7 in the deck, which is Chariot energy. And the Chariot has just flown out of the deck. So there's a victory here. As I was talking about that then, wherever your thoughts were, what you were thinking, is signalling to you it's time to take action. There is a victory waiting for you. There is success waiting for you. It's time to move out. We've also got the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like you have all the details, or maybe you're just trying to gather all the information together before you go ahead. I feel like you've taken maybe a lot of time to prepare, to plan before you come forward in this way. But I feel like you are being pushed and guided now by spirit to actually, you know, it's stop your planning now. And it's time to take a walk on the wild side. It's time to actually take some action, throw yourself in and get moving. Get moving, because you are at the moment role playing and visualizing and sort of storytelling certain things that could be potentials in this dynamic, when actually you don't know the truth until you actually go ahead and do this. And this may be about pride. It's trying to protect yourself from being hurt, maybe, or from not being understood, or from things I'm getting as well from going back to how they were. So if this is about a business opportunity or work or something that you have created here, this might be telling you that, you know, maybe people in the past have told you that you can't, or they've made out that you're like Mr. Toad or something, you know, Wind in the Willows, where it's like you've got a different idea every week. Like, oh, here they go. They've got another idea now. How's this going to pan out? But you are determined here. There's a real determination to this energy, and it brings with it success if you can be diligent enough to move this energy forward with the Chariot. Now, if this is to do with a relationship or a person, it's the same thing that applies. It's almost like you've put together all the pieces. You are getting a lot of signs here about integrity, truth, and victory. So if you're looking for signs of, am I protected? Is my heart protected from this? Is my, you know, am I going to be hurt by this? Then no, I don't feel you are. There's protection on both sides of that Bacano rune, and within Bacano is this energy of a loving kindness. It's like an unconditional love. Bacano is a little bit like the Empress energy, and that is unconditional love. It's the divine feminine energy. You know, it's a protective energy in terms of love and kindness and holding a space for somebody. Yeah. You know, a pregnant woman is containing that child in there ready for birth. And there's a point before it's noticeable that that person is pregnant. She knows that secret. Nobody else does. So it's a secret that's hidden deep within. It's a truth that's hidden deep within. But it's a good truth. It's a happy truth. It's something that is good, nourishing, And once it's birthed, yes, the process might be difficult and there's a gamble to that, but ultimately it's a blessing. And I feel like that's what Spirit is trying to tell you right now, is that there is a blessing waiting for you. But you have to have the integrity and the trust and the ability to move this forward in order to receive it. So let's see what your outcome is on this. So what is the outcome for the viewer right now on here? Oh, okay, we've got the Devil on there. So there's something about letting go of old stories. You know, you've got to stop lying to yourself. You've got to stop pretending that you don't know, because you do know. And you also manifested this for yourself. Yeah, you manifested this for yourself. And it's almost like now it's here, you don't know what to do with it. But you've come into a time of completion. You know, you've achieved, you have completed the cycle. And this is moving you through natural growth. And you are creating this life for yourself. So now that the miracle is about to be exposed to you, is about to be awoken within you, now is not the time to start hiding from it. Okay. I want to talk about, I had this thought earlier actually, so it's funny that it's come out in this reading. That does happen sometimes. Whenever I have people come to me for healing work, or I run Reiki attunement courses, and that's the one I want to talk about. You get people that they're interested, they want to start healing themselves. They're interested in energy healing and they want to know more about it. They want to know everything about it. So they come for a session. They have a healing session. That healing session, you know, it's not just relaxation. It's not just to, you know, relieve some aches and pains. It's a deeper level. It works on all aspects, all of the levels. So physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, sexual, all of it. And that person then goes away, and what happens is their energy has shifted, which means the things around them have shifted. And they start to see things as they really are. So they start to see the illusions. And people have a choice at that point. Their choice is to stay living in the illusion, or to continue on that healing path and break those illusions. And I've seen so many people that have either stayed comfortable and I've never seen them again, or actually usually like a couple of years later or something, because it never goes away, that calling. And then there's the other people that they then, you know, they keep coming. And every time they come, and it might be after like a month or 6 weeks, or for some people like a couple of months, they change. They constantly change for the better, for the greater good, by divine will. And it's a natural progressive process. And I'm not saying that all of those processes were happy, joy. You know, some of them were very difficult decisions that people have to make. But ultimately, it's for the greater good. And I feel like this is where you're at right now, is you have been alchemizing and manifesting what it is that you want from your life. And the outcome of that is this completion. You've achieved a new, it's almost like you've got the key to a new level, if you like games or something. Yeah, you've achieved a new level here. And you have the ability right now to really fly with this. You know what this is that you want success at. You know what it is that you want to have victory over. You know where your integrity is, and you know that you have the power and diligence to move this forward. Okay. And we have on the bottom there the King of Pentacles. This is somebody who is very confident in themselves. This is somebody who knows what they want and doesn't want for anything, because they've got everything that they need within them. Yeah. And it's a bit like with the Empress, you know, this is somebody that she doesn't have to go out and run after things. She allows things to come to her, and what's meant for her will come to her. What isn't won't. If you get the energy coming through of like you're listening to this right now, you're getting information. Maybe you've had other readings as well that's telling you about something that you can succeed at, something that you should move towards. Don't ignore this. Don't ignore this drive to move forward. Because if you do, then you're just going to stay in that same pattern, basically. Use your intuition and allow this to unfold in your life. Because like I say, those people that have come for healing and they've taken the challenge, they've done the journey, they don't regret any of it. And most of them now are living their best lives. They're going off and doing all the things that they wanted to do, because before they were stuck somewhere that they thought was right for them because it was safe, or because they felt materially they had to stay in that. When you shake that off and you start to recognize, actually, what is my true purpose here? What is it that I really, really want? And you start to recognize, actually, I'm not living my full potential here. And once you unlock that, you open that door, spirit will come round and be sort of like, wow, you brave, brave soul. We are going to open some doors for you. We're going to help you with this. And like I say, I'm not saying that that means it's an easy path, but it means you are getting some intuitive downloads. You're getting some advice. You are seeing signs that are pushing you in the direction that you need to go in. So I'm going to leave this reading here now. But if you would like to explore this deeper and personalised to you, then please do get in touch for a personal reading. And also do like and subscribe to my channel. And if you get a chance to share my videos, I'm eternally grateful. Have a blessed day.